This video is going to be a handful of games that I really wish I had the platinum for, that I'm very close to getting the platinum for, have like all the trophies except a few, sometimes even just one or two. And these are all games that I really love, that I feel like I wish I could say I had the platinum for, but fortunately is probably not going to happen. And if it is, I'd have to go back and really commit to it, but there's a chance that some of these could end up being platinum someday, but some of them for sure are just, you know, thrown in the towel, accepting defeat. So I'm going all the way back to 2015 with this one, with Batman Arkham Knight. I actually have played every single Arkham game in the series, Asylum, City, Knight, and Origins. I've 100%ed all of those games, like the story. I've done every Riddler trophy, every challenge, every side mission, all the stuff except for the challenge maps. A lot of those are hard, like getting the 3 stars on all the combat challenges and the Predator ones. There's a lot of skill involved in that, and I am quite good at the games, but I haven't been able to get every single one. So thankfully Arkham Knight doesn't have a lot of trophies tied to those challenges, but City and Asylum and Origins all do, so that's why I haven't been able to get them all in that. But this game as well, there's just a shit ton of DLC. Like, I got the season pass, so I ended up doing a lot of these story ones, but as you can see, a lot of them are just like 1 trophy each, whereas there's also a lot of Batmobile races and content. I didn't care enough to do a lot of the Batmobile content, and these hero and rogue challenges, I didn't get any of the trophies in this, because just, you have to play the same challenges with different heroes for all of them, and it's just getting so many different stars in all of these challenges, so I couldn't be bothered with a lot of them. It asks a lot of you. I actually did get the 1 trophy for the 1989 Batmobile, because I just love that Batmobile, the Tim Burton one. But for the actual game itself, for some reason I didn't get this 8 different jumps over 100 meters one. I think I remember going for that, but I guess I just didn't get it or didn't end up completing it. And every type of Predator takedown, I think I remember that being one of those ones where if you miss a certain one, you can't go back to a certain, like, there's certain Predator takedowns that are only available at certain times in the game that I think I just wasn't able to do. I think I must have missed it. And this 15 different combat moves in 1 free flow, that's just a lot of remembering. You have to have like the list of all the moves in front of you to remember them all. I think I tried going for that and just got frustrated and tried a few times and gave up. But I do think these are doable. I just will have to go back and commit to it. But other than that, as you can see, I have every single other trophy except for the New Game Plus one, where you have to play the game again in New Game Plus. I'd love to do that. I love this game, so I'd love to go back and play it again. And I actually did try to attempt this trophy at one point, I think like a year or 2 after I beat it originally. But the game kept glitching for me on like an hour into the game. I think it was right the mission where you like learn the Predator the move where you take, like, time freezes and you can take down like 4 or 5 guys at once. The game glitched on me. The game kept crashing at that exact moment. It even like corrupted my save file, so I had to actually delete the game and the save file completely. And I just was so annoyed at that point, I just didn't bother, and I kind of just left the game uninstalled. And I'd love to go back and actually do this platinum at some point. So this one I will say is definitely doable for me. The Hotline Miami series are both 2 of my favorite games of all time, but insanely hard to get the platinum for either of these games, really. As you can see, I have all of them except I think the only one I'm missing is, or actually 2 of them. Get A+ in all chapters. I'm never gonna get that. The game is insanely challenging, and you basically have to play it perfectly, which I'm not ever gonna be able to do. And perform every ground kill in the game. I could have swore I did do this, but I must have just missed doing a certain ground kill with a certain weapon, so it would just involve a lot of trial and error to figure that one out. But I didn't bother, I just moved on at that point. In the second game, Wrong Numbered, that one's even harder. Like, the game is bigger than the first one, and there's no way in hell I'm gonna finish the game on hard mode or get A+ on all levels. It's just not gonna happen. Like, I got every other trophy. I had a blast doing it, except this one. I guess you use every weapon in the game at least once. Must have missed something along the way, but and kill 50,000 enemies. That's just grinding for hours and hours. It's not going to happen for me. So, and then another one here. Finish Subway without the gang leader seeing you. I think I actually remember trying to go for that one and failing, and I just moved on at that point. But yeah, I love these games to death, but they ask a lot of you. So fortunately, I'm never going to get the trophy in either of the Hotline Miami games, as much as I would love to. Persona 5, I'm starting to sound like a broken record, but also one of my favorite games of all time. Very, very long game. Asks a lot of you. The story is very long. I got sucked into it. I would love to play this game again at some point, maybe get a few of the missable trophies that I missed, because a lot of these you can only get in one playthrough, or if you aren't able to do it once, then you lost your chance to do it for the rest of the playthrough. But it'll probably be a few years before I even play this one again, because again, it asks a lot of you and it asks a lot of your time. There's a lot to do in this game, and it's such a long process to even get through the story. But a lot of the things I'm missing are just like, I'm not going to complete the Persona compendium. I'm not going to get every single Persona. That's asking too much for me, really. Rank first place on the exams, I missed that. I wasn't able to do it. All the confidants, you know, buying every drink, maxing out all the social stats, just so much time-consuming stuff that you're probably not even going to be able to do on one playthrough. At least I wasn't. And I was actually trying to go for some of the stuff, complete all the requests, all the hangout spots. Like, it's grindy stuff that I'm just not going to ever bother with. And I was enjoying the game too much that I didn't want to hamper my enjoyment of it by trying to like do stuff that I wasn't going to enjoy, or try to go for collecting things and achieving things that I wasn't going to care about. So never going to get the platinum of Persona 5, and that's fine with me. But I love the game so much that I know that going for the platinum in this would probably hinder my enjoyment of it. So it's good to, you know, realize that a platinum could actually destroy your love for a game, so you just accept the fact that it's not going to happen. Rayman Legends, this game is beloved. I know there's a huge fan base behind it, and rightfully so, because it's incredible. It's like a very fun, cartoony platform, but I actually played this game originally on Xbox 360, so I did end up getting a lot of the achievements for it. I think I got every single one but like 2 or 3. Since I replayed it, I didn't actually get a lot of the ones because I just ended up moving on to something else at that point. Like, still haven't gotten all the little guys, all the lucky tickets. Like, a lot of these are very doable. Even unlocking the final hero, win all the creatures, break all the locks, you know, all the bronze and silver and gold cups, that's in diamond, that's even all doable. Like, I think I actually did almost get all of these except maybe this one. And all the Back to Origins paintings, those are just side levels you have to complete, so it's very doable. But the main reason that a lot of people aren't going to, and these are miscellaneous ones that are very easy to get as well, but the reason a lot of people aren't going to get the platinum for this, and platinum trophy hunters probably already know about this game for this reason, is these multiplayer ones at the very end, especially this final level of awesomeness one. That basically you have to play the game like every day, do all these daily and weekly challenges, and do very good in them as well. Like it's just insane grind and insane time commitment that is not going to happen. I don't have any friends that play this game, I don't think, on my friends list, so this isn't going to happen for me. It's just not going to happen. So, you know, I'll maybe get some of these other trophies at some point, but the platinum is not going to happen for Rayman Legends. And I think a lot of people, as well, 0.4% of people here, I think a lot of people probably are never going to get this one either, unfortunately. Now, with Red Dead Redemption 2, this one pains me because this is without a doubt one of my favorite games ever, like probably top 5 of all time. But Rockstar games are hit and miss with their trophy list. Sometimes they're doable, sometimes they're just, I don't know what they were thinking. Like, they just put stuff in there that you're like, oh, come on, man. Like, 100% completion, yeah, I think I could probably go for that, but a lot of this, I'm pretty sure, is tied to this mission here, or this trophy here, this Gold Rush trophy, where you have to get 70 gold medals. 0.1% of people have gotten this trophy. It's asking a lot. And as much as I love this game and the story and the missions, a lot of these gold medals involve getting a certain time limit in every mission. Like, so you have to beat the mission under a certain time. You have to get this much accuracy. You have to do this thing perfectly. So you can't get a gold medal without having played through the mission first, because you don't know what the objectives are like for these gold medals. You don't know what they're asking for you to get the gold medal. So you have to go back through the story, like the mission menu in the pause menu and reload certain missions to replay. And yeah, there's some easy ones that you could go for, but to get 70 of them is insane because the requirements for just some of these gold medals is just, it's mean. It's almost like mean that they ask so much of players to do this. So it kind of sucks. There's a few others that it's so much grind, and as much as I love this game and just experiencing the world and wandering it, like I got sucked into this world so hard, but I still didn't skin every species of animal. I didn't study every animal. You have to know what you're looking for. You have to have a guide for that, and I just couldn't be bothered. The bear attacks one, like hell I'm gonna do that, you know. I definitely experienced a lot of bears in the game, definitely killed a few, but yeah, just asking a lot with that one. And then of course you got the dreaded online ones. I did play a decent amount of online when it first came out, but somehow I didn't get this one. I reached rank 10. I countered a rival posse. You know, I did a few of these. Some of them were not hard to do at all, but some of them just couldn't be bothered. And the online, you know, it was fun for a bit, but I didn't go back to it. And fortunately, it's hindering, other than this stupid gold medals trophy, it's hindering, and this stupid bear one, I'm not going to get the platinum in this game. So Red Dead Redemption 2, I love you forever. One of my favorite games of all time, but platinum ain't gonna happen. Star Wars Battlefront 2, I think a lot of us on the internet all know the story behind this game. It was very controversial when it first came out. A lot of people despise this game. A lot of people want nothing to do with it, with the whole loot box controversy and all that crap. But if you watch my last trophy collection video, I loved the first one, which was also not a beloved game. A lot of people didn't like that as well, but that was my first PS4 game and my first platinum ever. So I was really looking forward to Battlefront 2, and I ended up having a ton of fun with it. I just really like Star Wars a lot, so it was a really good online shooter, and I just had several months of fun with it. You know, I had a really fun campaign, so I beat that. But there's a few on here that I'm unfortunately probably not going to get, and I wasn't able to get. This one I think is doable. I don't know why I didn't get that one. I must have missed it. But still haven't reached rank 50. This one, not all miss. The Vanguard attack in the game, which is kind of like a fast, you get like a speed boost, and you have like a shotgun, like one-shot kill move. But you have to have really good accuracy, and you have to like activate the move when there's people around you, and it's unreliable because it's multiplayer. So it's like, I think I maybe came close to doing this once, and you have to do it 5 times. And I don't think I even did it once. Like, I think I came close. So that one's hard for me, and I'm surprised that 3% players have actually earned it, because I find that one like 100% skill based, and you need to be very good to do that one. I did go for this one. I think I'm probably pretty close to 150. I'm definitely over 100. Just haven't done it yet. Moved on to other games, so I just wasn't able to get it. And then the one with the fighter ships, where you have to defeat 25 heroes and then use your dual proton. I just never did either of these ones. I think this one is probably harder. Actually, I guess they're both 0.6 and 0.5, so not a lot of people have gotten these. And it'd be a lot easier if it was doable with like the AI ships, but since it's on online multiplayer and you're dealing with humans, which I don't know may actually be doable with AI, but I think these two are probably going to be the reasons why I don't, and the Vanguard one are the reasons I don't get the platinum for Battlefront 2. But I have everything else, and I would love to have said I have the platinum for Battlefront 1 and 2. Maybe someday I'll be able to do it, but for now, I do not. And that's a bummer, because I'm in the I may be in the minority, but I think this game's great. This one's a game, I don't know how many people have played it. I think it has a decent amount of people that like it, but Call of Cthulhu, which is an H.P. Lovecraft novel from a long time ago that they've adapted into a game. I'm a very big fan of horror, and I've always been into like cosmic horror, and H.P. Lovecraftian type beings and monsters and stuff. So I was really intrigued with this game, and it's a fun little like first-person adventure game. I actually really liked it a lot, but there's some missable stuff that I unfortunately wasn't able to get. Just finding, like, you have to know where to look, and it's one of those games where, like, if you don't, it's easy to miss things. So wasn't able to do this. The hidden items, blue bottles, I don't know, remember what this one was. Just some missable ones that is only doable in one playthrough, I'm pretty sure. I don't think you can go back and redo a lot of this stuff. And this game does have multiple endings. I was able to actually go back. I made a save before the very final moment in the game, so I was able to get some of these endings, especially this one. I knew I was gonna get this one. That was the one, that was the trophy I saw. I was like, I'm getting that trophy. I need to invoke Cthulhu. I need to see that big guy. Needed to witness him. But some of these other ones, choose all the replies in the language, the Lovecraftian language. I wasn't able to do that. So maybe I will go back and play this game at some point, because it's not that long. It's like under 10 hours. It's a fun story game. I quite enjoyed it. And I'd like to say that I have the platinum for a Cthulhu game. I think that'd be pretty cool. Bloodstained, Curse of the Moon is an awesome game. As well, if you've seen my last trophy collection video, I talked about The Messenger, which is one of my favorite games of all time. And this game is very similar. It's like the NES and SNES kind of like sprite, 2D side scroller. Very, very nostalgic throwback kind of game, but this one actually doesn't have a platinum, unfortunately. It's just I don't know what it is. It's just like a silver or gold or something, but I wanted to go for every trophy in this game. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to, but a lot of it's just you have to play the game multiple times, and it's not very long. You just unlock different recruit different adventurers that you can like swap between throughout the game, and some of them is like, some of the trophies are like play the game without recruiting anyone, and play the game with recruiting everyone. So I was able to do that, but unfortunately there's a few here that I was not able to get, certain endings I wasn't able to achieve. And I think I just ended up giving up on the game because it is quite difficult. And Bloodstained 2, Curse of the Moon 2, as you can see here, literally surrounded by platinums. It's just feeling very lonely in this platinum sandwich of all these other platinums I have. This one does have a platinum, so that's what makes it hurt even more, that I could have a nice long string of platinums all together. But this one requires you to play the game a lot and get certain endings that I wasn't able to do. I can't remember a lot of these and what it requires. I might actually be able to do it someday. I'm not completely throwing in the towel with this one, but I think I got to the point where I was like, this game is, I'm getting sick of it, but I wanted to move on to something else. And these aren't easy trophies. Some of them are quite challenging. So maybe someday I'll get the platinum for Curse of the Moon 2. The Last of Us Part 2, I'm in the minority. I really, really, really liked this game. Well, I say I'm in the minority. It just seems like a lot of people online really, really hated it. I think the platinum for this one is doable. I think I've read somewhere that a lot of the stuff you can go back and get through like chapter select. Except for the player upgrades, I think I actually, upgrade all weapons. You do have to do that with a New Game Plus, which I did end up going and starting. I started a New Game Plus, and I think I got like a few hours in and put the game down and never returned to it because I just moved on to other things. But I think I'd like to actually keep going with this one at some point and do it. And then the rest is just collectibles. I wasn't able to find all the artifacts, the trading cards, the coins, workbenches. I must have missed one or two. But everything else I was able to get. And a few of them here. I think this one is the hat on. I missed that one, putting a hat on your companion, winning the marksman competition. Missed those ones. Another collectible one here. So I think I can go back and do those through chapter select, which I may do, or I may just get them when I'm playing New Game Plus. But The Last of Us Part 2 is not as hard of a platinum as the first one was, at least the remastered version, which came out like, I think in 2015 or 16. I haven't played The Last of Us Part 1 PS5 yet, which I've heard is an easier platinum as well, so maybe someday I'll end up playing that one and going for the platinum in that as well. And the Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 remaster that came out a few years ago, I was so excited for this game because Tony Hawk 1 is great, but Tony Hawk 2 is one of my favorite games of all time. Once again, I'm a broken record, but it's one of the funnest games of all time. I played the absolute shit out of it. And yeah, I'd love to say that I was able to get a platinum for a Tony Hawk game collection, but yeah, it's not going to happen for me. There's a lot of the Legend collection that you have to do for all the challenges, all the hard get-theirs, reach level 100. The horse one, yeah, I could probably do that one. All the gap, that's the hard. I think that might be the hardest one. Do all the gaps. There's so many gaps in every single level throughout the whole game, so you'd have to know exactly what you're looking for that one, and it'd just be a bit of a grind. The trick attack one, I probably could do that eventually. Combo Mambo, probably as well. Yeah, I mean, I could get if I just kept playing this game, you know, on and off for probably a year or two, I could probably get some of these, but yeah, it asks a lot of you, so I just moved on. I got what I could and I moved on because I played this game a lot when it came out, and because it's one of the most replayable games of all time. It always will be. So yeah, it bums me out that I do not have the platinum for this, but as you can see, not many other people do either. So, and last on the list here, we have Tetris Effect. Definitely not going to get the platinum for this ever, fortunately. And as you can see, not many other people have and will either. Level 100, probably not gonna happen unless I'm playing for years. 1 million rotates of Tetramino, 500 line clears. That one's doable, just grindy. 500 back-to-backs as well, doable, except grindy. 10 in a row, yeah. Just the one thing that's stopping probably everyone from getting the platinum for this is the just super insane, these ones here. All areas of expert journey mode. That's hard. I found normal journey mode once it got to the end hard. A rank or higher in all levels, A rank or higher in all effect modes, and earn your first SS rank. Earn SS rank 10 times, earn SS rank everywhere possible. Like, these people are cold-hearted. Like, that's insane. What an insane ask. You have to be a Tetris god. You need to be like a being that can predict time to be able to do this. Like, you need to be Doctor Strange that can predict what tetraminos are coming and reverse time if you screw up, because goddamn, that's insane. That's what it's called. The trophy is called Seriously. Like, they knew what they were doing here. They're cold-hearted bastards with this one. Tetris Effect, a game that I love very dearly. I mean, it's Tetris. Who doesn't love Tetris? And it's beautiful. Has these very elegant, psychedelic, majestic levels and effects, music. It's really cool, very relaxing. But Platinum Trophy, not gonna happen. So yeah, that's a little handful of games that I really wish I had the Platinum for, that I may be able to get someday, and some that I just am not gonna get, not gonna happen, fortunately. But so that's it. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you'd like to see some more trophy videos and other game videos, and have a good one. Thanks a lot.